Okay, hello. I'm going to explain how to use a GPS, but first we are going to learn how these GPS units work. So there are 24 satellites around the whole Earth's atmosphere. There's 12 in the northern and 12 in the southern. And this GPS will link 3 different satellites, and how this works is it'll link one satellite, which will be you. It'll link one satellite, which will be the geocache, or the place where you are going. And then one satellite will be the distance in between. So it will start to look a little configuration where this is you, that's a place, this is in between. All of a sudden, it gets a little bit triangle, triangle, small triangle. This will be the area of where you're trying to find. Okay, once you get in this area, 3 satellites are gonna fight each other for your compass. So once you get in this area, which is in around 15 to 20 feet, your compass will start going in circles. That's when you need to start looking and stop looking at this. Okay, now how this GPS works, there are main buttons that you need to know. On the right hand side, so everybody holds it in the right hand. First thing you do is always put it around your neck so you do not lose the GPS. On the right hand side there is a little light button. You hold this in and it will turn on. On top of that, on the right hand side, is the flip page. So if you ever mess up or push anything wrong, you just hit this until you go back. This is the little toggle button. This toggle goes up, down, left, right, and to select things, you just push in on the toggle. Okay, so on this, we have already marked the waypoints for you. So all you need to do is find, go down to find on the main menu, then you're going to go to waypoints, and you'll select each one of those. And depending on which group you're in is depending on which waypoints you're going to actually select. It'll say go, you push go on the bottom, and then you also will hit the back button one time for the compass. Now when the compass works, there'll be a compass, there'll be a number of your distance up here. Your compass will not work unless you are walking. If you are moving, it will always work. If you're walking, if you stop, it will just move each direction. It doesn't matter. As long as your number is going down, you are going the right direction. If your number goes up, that means you need to backtrack or turn a different direction. If you always hold it in your right hand, always hold it with the E-Tracks word away from your body, the arrow will always be pointing the way you need to go. Okay, with these E-Track HCs at 50 feet, it will beep at you. When you hear that beep, you just need to, with your left hand, look where the arrow's going, point about 50 feet, I need to go there. After that, when it gets about 15, 20 feet, just start looking, it'll be something different. Now, some geocaches that have been found and hidden, some are big. This is a large, this is a 50 caliber ammo can. This will hold a lot of things. That will be easy to find. Then you get into your medium. There's different sizes of mediums, okay? So different sizes, different widths. Then you get into your smalls, okay? These will be a little bit harder. And then there are always tricky ones. There can be a rock just sitting in a pile of rocks. So what you really need to look for is the underside. So just because it looks like a rock, pick everything up. Anything could be. There can also be magnetic strips on caches that can be hidden under magnetic things. So some of you will actually have to find things, some of you will have to find houses. Okay, I have to read you this piece of paper because I was told to. In just a few minutes, your team will be competing in a sort of hide-and-seek game with your classmates. The object of this game is to see which class can accurately solve 5 puzzles. Use the coordinate points those puzzles will give you and find the 5 geocaches on the course. You will be timed, and the class that can complete the game by successfully finding all the caches in the least amount of time will be the winners. Yay! The 5 puzzles you will be solving as a class involve reading some information about your town, schools, library, opera house, and fire department. Once you have read the information, you will then need to answer the questions about the reading. One of the puzzles will even take you on a house walk in the neighborhood. The answers to the question your team will be solving will, if you can get the correct answers, give you the waypoints you will need for your GPS unit. Within the class you're currently in, you're going to be numbered 1 through 5. Depending on what number you are will determine what cache you are going to be searching for with a few others of your peers. Only a few students will be searching for each cache. After lunch, your class will be going outside to one of 4 courses to use the GPS units to lead you to your group's cache. You will be timed. If you cannot find the cache in the time allotted, you will need to give the GPS unit to the next group. Getting the correct answers to your puzzle is critical. If you want to find your cache on the course, once you think you have the correct answers, your team leader will let you know if you are correct or incorrect. When your team is out looking for your cache, you will need to remember to keep moving if you want the compass to lead you to the area where you need to search. Once you find your team's cache, there are directions inside, so be sure to read them carefully. You will need to sign the logbook inside with your team's name. Inside the cache boxes, you will also find a playing card. Take that card and give it to your team leader. Once you have collected all 4 playing cards, when put together properly, they will hold the coordinate points to the final cache and contain a very important clue for getting into the final cache box. So, now that you know how GPS units work and about the puzzles, your team leader is going to get you all started. You need to come up with a team name and work cooperatively if you want to win. Pay attention to details. If you do not follow your team leader's directions, you will be setting yourself up for failure. Done.